Hey friends, welcome back to my studio. I'm so excited you're here with me today. I'm gonna paint a cute little black and white bunny. I went to the wrong spot. The reference photo's on Pixabay. Isn't it adorable? And it's simple. Here, I'm gonna show you. I printed it out because I may use it as a traceable, but it's like, I drew an ink line. I don't know if you can see that. It's basically a little bit of an oval or a circle. Sorry, my paper's moving, with a head on it and little ears. It'd be really easy to draw. I think I'm gonna do pinks and greens because I don't know if you can see it. Maybe you can see it better here. The nose is pink. Really, really cute. And pink and greens hint at compliments. Okay, guys, let's have some fun. Okay, let's set the table. I use the photo as a traceable because it's faster. You know I should draw more, practice more. I'm a full-time artist. The more paintings I sell, the more money I make. Okay, so I used the photo as a traceable. I really didn't know where to start, so I put in some paint for the nose, some for the eye. It's not done, but it's the shapes. Oh, a lot of times for a brown eye, I will use orange and build up to the brown with layers and glazing. My colors are very similar to previous videos, except for I'm using, well here, they're all liquid text, they're all basics. So titanium white, primary yellow. I want to come back to primary yellow. I'm saying it out loud so hopefully I remember. Quinacridone magenta, phthalo blue, Mars black. So to make a brown, I make an orange and add black. And if I wanted a rustier brown, I add more quinacridone. If I wanted more of a yellow brown, I add more yellow. So I use cad yellow medium hue a lot. Here, let me grab it. It's redder. They both say semi-transparent. You can see this one might have a little white in it. I'm not sure. It just has one number. And one thing that's kind of neat is it makes, when you use primary yellow and a little bit of black, it makes a brighter, olive green, which you might like. I also like it when I do it with the cad yellow medium hue. It's up to you guys. That was the only thing I wanted to remember to come back to. And I kind of want a dull green. Oh, I just stuck my finger in paint. Oh, and it was phthalo blue, which is really strong. I'm thinking now, so wait a minute, let's back up a sec here. I used this little #1 round from Princeton for the eyes and the nose. Here, maybe. And I'm thinking I might put some background in. I want to have some pink flowers or something because of the pink and the rabbit. The ear is brown. I'm going to plug my iPad here, but I'm going to make it more pink. There is some pink around that eye. And then I'm already making the nose pinker. I can tone it down too. Okay, I think that sets the table. I am going to use 1/2" angle brush. It's Royal and Lane Nickel is the brand. It's the Moderna line. Hopefully you can see that. Thinking maybe, I don't know, I might want it. Yes, like black is so strong. I think I should mix a color. That's still pretty warm, but that might be okay. I think I could put blue in it to cool it down. To neutralize it, you could put so red and green are opposite the color wheel. They're complementary colors. You can do that too. I'm gonna put a little more of that in there. So it keeps it warm, but it mutes it. It's almost looking a little brown. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, this is a number 40 palette knife from Blick Art Materials. I have some others that say number 20. They're slightly different shapes. I don't know if I've got one. Oh, I've used this one as a tool, so it's bent. Yeah, this one's rounder and says number 20. Or it used to. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, maybe that's what I want. It's kind of muted. And then so a lot of times I paint the background first. This time I thought I would just paint. Oh yeah, that's pretty and soft. I think that is what I want, or at least close to what I want. It'll change as I paint more of the painting because I may want it lighter, I may want it darker, the values change, that sort of thing. I probably should mix it up more. So I didn't mix up enough color, most likely. I'm putting it over the edge so it'll, when this sits on a shelf or something, it'll match or it'll blend. Okay. So I didn't mix enough color, but I can mix something close again. It's not that. I know I pretty much used magenta. I don't know if we need to be, I think we could just be a little more soft with it. So I'm thinking like some, I don't know, I'm gonna kind of frame it like this. And it'll also weight it. I'll have darker colors down here. Okay, I think this sets the table. I'll be back in a bit. Hey, I don't know how long it's been in the time lapse. I've been working on this, I want to say 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half. Mixing colors takes some time, kind of playing with the values, painting the sides. I don't think I mentioned this. I put clear gesso. Oh, and I don't think I mentioned this either. This is a 6" by 6" cradled wood panel. I was really excited to jump in. Not kinda. Here, maybe you want to see. So I would say layer 1, even though some of these are thicker, of the grass and the stuff that the bunny is sitting in. And then I don't know what this is. You can make it blue. I kind of like having it green. Just because, as I mentioned, the pink and green are close complements. I don't know what the technical term would be. Red and green are complements. And so pink is a version of that. Or a step away from that, maybe, might be a better way to say it. I think that's about it. This brush worked great. I use inexpensive brushes a lot. The brush can matter some. Like, if you want even looser, go bigger brush. This is a 3/4 inch flat brush from Royal and Langnickel. It's quite loved. I've had it, I've used it quite a long time. You know, if you want bigger strokes, if you want more realism and more detail, smaller brush. But I could have used a round filbert or something else even for the background. Okay, I think that gets us up to speed. Oh, here's one thing I can see happening, which isn't necessarily a problem. But when the acrylic paint dries, it shrinks. So I'm getting little bits of the background coming through. you can paint more paint over it or not worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it because I think I'm going to put, I don't know exactly what yet. Maybe just like little dot flowers or something in here. Anyway, it's coming. I'm liking the idea of it. Oh, here's a thought. So I don't know if I'm going to have a direct light source. It's pretty much from the top in the reference photo. Looks like the bunny's sitting in some succulents or something. It's really cute. And I've got water. I don't want to set my sticker in the water. Okay, that's a little drier. So I think the light's coming from up here. Okay, guys, I'll be back in a bit. Let's chat for a minute. So what am I doing? What am I thinking? So I need to answer that question. Everything's kind of, well, except for when I added this black, everything was more of a mid to dark value for the most part. So I'm going to put white, or almost white. I mixed kind of a creamy yellow with a little brown in it and put that as a second layer over the kind of brownish, well, bluish down here, brownish. So I have something to build up on. I can get more value range. I mean, you can do it the other way, but this is where a lot of artists say work dark to light. While this isn't dark, it's a lot darker than white. And then I'm doing sort of the opposite in the black area. I'm putting in some of my teal color, which I don't have a bunch of in the background. There's a little light teal there. I really should. Oh, and I'm using this 1/2-inch angle brush from Royal and Langnickel. I'm going to clean it out a little bit. It looks a little dirty. So I really probably should while I've got it. So I keep mixing mud colors right in this area. But I should probably pop a little, I don't know where, teal color just to help tie it in. There's brown. You can overdo it. I really like that. I should probably just leave it alone. We don't need it everywhere. If it's everywhere, it's nowhere. I wish I knew who said that. That's such a good reminder. Okay. Like this is pretty ugly, but there's a light area. Here, let me grab the reference photo. There's a light area next to the rabbit's eye. So that's what I'm hinting at. I did smear some gray over the pink to calm it down. I'll work on that some more. But so what I kind of do is I sneak up on it. Might be a good way to put it. I'm sneaking up. I snuck up on the background, which isn't done. I want to put some pink flowers in there and tie the pink in. And I'm sneaking up on the rabbit. So this is actually much darker. I'm going to paint it darker. You could do it either way. What's so nice about acrylics is you could paint this black or blackish or gray and then put some blues in it. You could do it either way. You could use browns instead of blues. But I have an overall blue-green painting going on. So that's why I did that. Okay, I'm hoping some of those comments help. There's a lot I still need to work on. This is the next day, and I've been working on it for about a half hour, 45 minutes. Okay, guys, I'll be back in a bit. Okay guys, I'm calling it done. Okay, so what's running through my head? Let's start here. I put a little orangey brown in the ear, I don't know, a little bit ago, just to vary the pink. And then when I was putting on these pink swipes, they're thin, there's a little bit of brown so there's a little magenta, a little bit of white, and a little bit of brown, and quite a bit of water. Because I knew it would dry down the color. If I put it on thin, the color underneath is going to come through and mute it. But I also reinforced this color in here, which is on top of pink, so it may look redder or more pink in the video. It looks more pink in person than some of these swipes. But I like how this one's very muted and pushed back because we're in the shadow. A thought that's been coming to mind quite a bit, and I haven't mentioned it yet, is someone was talking to me about acrylic painting and can you make it look like an oil painting? I think this does. You guys, please let me know in the comments. How did I do that? Mostly soft edges and similar values. And then I did come back and emphasize, I darkened these two petals. I lightened this one up with a more confident stroke, put in another more confident stroke. It's kind of nice sometimes if you have a dirty brush. I had a little bit of white. Loose, I'm holding my brush back further. Sometimes I'm up here if I'm using the tip and doing little hairs in the fur. But then backing up, and this is just a soft, dry brushed shadow area. I did come back, sorry, let's stay on oil painting. So softer edges, let's see, I don't know if I have actually that many softer edges. I ended up putting in quite a few hairs. I had a softer edge here, but then I put in some fur hairs. Loose strokes. Soft value changes in here. Even the whiskers are quite soft. They're a darker color than these over here. And then backing up on your brush. So hopefully some of those comments help and make sense. Confident brush strokes help, whether you're doing oil or acrylic. Okay, what else? I did end up putting some white in the highlight area. There's a lot more highlight in the reference photo. I made him or her more round. So if you look at the reference photo, there's a lot of white. You can certainly paint it that way. I love the hint of pink and green. A little aqua there. I put a little aqua there and then I put a signature over it. There's a light. Oh, there's some water. I could put a little more aqua in. I don't know if you need to. I did put in, but it's dried down. It might need another little coat. So I thought just a touch of lime green might be fun. Make that stronger. A bit more entertaining. Now that could be too strong. And what I'm also getting better at, this applies to any painting you do. So I have 1, 2, 3, stop. With the pink, I have more. You could say 1, 2, or just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's kind of one there. Maybe not, depending how you want to count. 7, a little bit there, 8. you know, less pink. Oh, there's of course pink around the eye. So sort of like pops of color, mostly a green-blue painting. I like, also like I did, you know, I just painted over. Sometimes I paint over by mistake or just playing with it and seeing what I think. That original aqua color, and then I just kind of come back and blend it in a little bit. And it's dry, but the values do the work. I'm thinking I can just see some color coming through, so I'm going to put a little bit more. Values do the work, color gets the credit. And then limiting your colors. So even though I have a primary palette with, I call Quinacridone red, yellow, blue, this is a heavily greenish painting. Okay, hopefully some of those comments help. Let's do a screenshot and a tour. This turned out really well. Oh, how long? Oh, 2 or 3 hours this afternoon. And I don't know what I said earlier. I went slow. So here's another thing. Painting fast can really help you loosen up. You know, fast. But for me, it went better to go slow, build it up, and then come back with even more deliberate brush strokes. So I think this was at least a 6-hour painting. And it's a 6 by 6 inch cradled wood panel, but it looks much looser. If I would have done this tighter, when you go back in some of my old videos and I painted much tighter, which is just as fantastic. There's nothing wrong with either method. I was slower back then at painting, so again, it took me about 6 hours. It'll depend on you, your personality. You kind of just keep painting and practicing, and over time, for me, I need to slow down and be deliberate. Some people really need to speed up to loosen up. You know, everybody's a little different. Okay, that felt very soapboxy, guys. Sorry. Screenshot. I tend to emphasize the eye color more than in the reference photo. Here, we'll do kind of a, I'm on my tippy toes trying to center it under my phone. Yeah, that ear is beautiful. I love the little bit of orange in there. The angle brush was really fun. Oh, and if you want looser and to look more like an oil painting, bigger brushes in general. It'll depend on you and your personality, how big or how small. But there's the eye. And I gave it more orange and more marbly glow look than what's in the reference photo. Yeah, I'm glad I reinforced these two things. And the other thing it does is it helps push my signature back. Or it's more of a mark. I sign the back. But I haven't mentioned this in a while. I don't sign my legal name, my legal signature like you would on a house mortgage when you buy a car. Annie isn't my legal name, so I sign Annie Troe on my paintings. Just so I'm not handing out my legal signature to people. Okay, guys, let me know if you give this one a try. Really cute. I like to try this one in different colors. I think it'd be fun. It's winter here as I'm painting, so it's a fun spring painting. I can't thank you guys enough. I'm a full-time artist, and you come to work with me, hang out, chat. It's so fun. Your support is everything to me. Thank you so much. Great big happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye, guys.